In the quiet village of Autumn Ugba, there was a woman no one spoke to. Her name was Ngozi. She lived in a tiny mud house near the village well. She had no husband, no family, just a little daughter, Ada, and the shame of a past she could never forget. Children were told not to go near her. Women whispered when she passed. Men looked the other way. Because 7 years ago, Ngozi got pregnant, and not by her husband, but by a stranger passing through. She was 20 years old then, naive, in love with the idea of love. He said he'd return. He never did. When Ngozi gave birth, the village midwife almost refused to help. Her mother had died in childbirth. Her father had passed from illness. She gave birth under a tree, alone. She named her baby Ada, meaning first daughter. But villagers called the child bastard. Ngozi tried everything. She greeted people. They turned away. She brought yams to church harvest. They left her portion untouched. She started selling roasted maize by the roadside. People avoided her stall. That's the girl who opened her legs for a stranger. She shamed our village. What example is she setting for her daughters? And so she stopped trying. But every morning she woke early, bathed her daughter, plait her hair, whispered, "One day, Ada, one day they will see us." One rainy day, Rangozi was by the well. Her child had a fever. She had no money for medicine. She sat on the ground and cried. A stranger stood watching her. He wore clean clothes, drove a new car, clearly not from the village. He said, "Madam, why are you crying?" She didn't answer. He walked away but came back with paracetamol, bread, and hot tea. He said, "Take, you don't owe me anything." That was the first act of kindness Ngozi had received in 7 years. His name was Chike. He was an engineer from Makodi, visiting the village to check on a road project. He came again the next day, then again. He sat by the well. They talked, laughed, shared stories. Villagers stared. They whispered, "Does he know she's the one?" But he didn't care. And slowly, something awakened in Ngozi, a feeling she thought she had buried forever. One day, she told him the truth. "I had a child out of wedlock. Everyone here hates me for it. If you're kind to me because you don't know, then please stop." Chike was silent. Then he said, "You were a girl with no one. You survived. You raised a daughter in shame and silence. Ngozi, that doesn't make you weak. That makes you a warrior." She cried. He held her hand. For the first time in years, she believed she deserved love. Months passed. Chike kept returning. One day, under the mango tree near the well, he knelt and brought out a ring. "I want to marry you, Ngozi, not despite your story, but because of it. I want Ada to be mine too." She broke into tears. The same villagers who once mocked her watched in silence. Chike didn't marry her in secret. He invited the entire village, rented chairs, brought music, bought food for everyone, even those who shamed her. Some didn't show up, some watched from afar. But when she walked through the village in a white dress, holding Ada's hand, even the most bitter tongues fell quiet. She had become something more than gossip. She had become hope. Ngozi moved to Makodi with Chike and Ada. She started her own catering business. She sent money back to the same village that once rejected her to build a proper roof for the school. When asked why, she said, "Because I remember what it felt like to be forgotten, and I don't want any other girl to feel like I did." Years later, the well by her old home dried up, but people still sit under the tree. They tell their daughters, "There used to be a woman here, poor, hated, but she never gave up, and love found her, and her name became more than gossip. It became a story of survival, of dignity, of hope." To every girl carrying shame she didn't deserve, your story is not over. You are more than your past. You deserve love, and you will rise. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to our channel. With your support, we can make the world a better place.